All right, in this video, we are going to focus in on arithmetic sequences. So we've kind of already discovered two types of sequences, arithmetic and geometric. So now we're going to follow along with some properties of arithmetic sequences. So make sure you put today's date. So remember, the definition for an arithmetic sequence is when you have a sequence in which the difference between any two terms is constant. So a sequence in which the difference between any two terms is constant. We have a special name for that constant difference. It's called the common difference. And that's the numerical value between two terms. For the common difference, we use the variable d to represent the common difference. So remember, in a sequence, you're going to have a list of numbers. Let's say I gave you this sequence: 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, and then dot, dot, dot. It continues on forever. To find the common difference, remember, we just take the second term minus the first term. So 8 minus 5 equals 3. So in this problem, d equals 3. That's my common difference. So I'm increasing by 3. That's my constant change in this sequence. And that would work. We could pick any two numbers here that are consecutive. 11 minus 8 is 3. 14 minus 11 is 3. 17 minus 14 is 3. So I know this list is changing by 3s. So we're going to look at next in today's video is we're going to look at a formula that we can create off of the sequence to use to find any number in the formula. So this is called the arithmetic sequence formula. So the formula looks like this. You say a sub n equals d times n minus 1 plus a sub 1. So let's talk about what those different things mean. So a sub 1 is the very first term in your sequence. D is the common difference. That's what the number is changing by, or the sequence is increasing by or decreasing by. N is the term number that you're referring to. So like, is it the first term, the second term, the third term? N represents that number. And then a sub n just tells you what that number is for that term. So the value at term n. So at the third term, what is the number in your sequence? So we use this formula to create, or to be able to find out any value in the sequence that I could look for. And really the only information that you need is your common difference and the term number that you're looking for in the problem. So let's try the examples with these. All right, for our first example, we're going to write the rule for the sequence and find the indicated term. Or the indicated number that they want us to find. So let's say that this is our sequence. I've got -5, -1, 3, 7, ... And they ask for a sub 24. So what this means right here is that they're looking for the 24th term. So if I kept going, the 24th term in that list. So remember, our formula is a sub n equals d times n minus 1 plus the original term, the first term. So in this problem, d is what we're changing by. That's the common difference. And here we're increasing by 4. So d equals 4. And my first term, a sub 1, that's the very first term in my sequence, a sub 1 equals -5. So now I can write the rule for this using that information. I'm going to write a sub n equals 4 times n minus 1 minus 5. So I just replace the d with 4 and a sub 1 with -5. And so now I can simplify this. A sub n equals 4n minus 4, because I just distributed the 4, and then minus 5. And then so my rule here is a sub n equals 4n minus 9. So if I'm looking for any term in this sequence, I can use this rule to find that term. And this question asked me to find the 24th term. So the little 24 is my n value, so I'm going to plug that in. So a sub 24 equals 4 times 24 minus 9. So I can just do that on the calculator. 4 times 24 minus 9. So 4 times 24 minus 9, that'll give you 87. So the 24th term in this sequence would be 87. Let's try another example. We've got 20, 11, 2, -7, -16, ... So we're going to write the rule and find the indicated term. This one is asking us to find a sub 15. So again, you could just keep listing out 15 numbers and seeing what the 15th term is. But if you use this formula, we can figure out the term a lot faster. So again, I need to know my d value and my initial value. So my d value is what this is changing by, and this is decreasing by 9. Remember, I can just subtract 11 minus 20 to figure out what they're changing by. So my common difference is negative 9, and my initial value is 20. So plugging it into the formula, I have a sub n equals negative 9, parentheses n minus 1, plus 20. And now I can simplify that. That's negative 9n plus 9, because you have to distribute, plus 20. So a sub n equals negative 9n plus 29. So that's my rule. I can use that to find any term in the problem. So the question asked me to find the 15th term. So I plug in a sub 15. And then doing the math, the 15th term in this sequence will be negative 106. So if I kept listing these numbers to the 15th term, I'd get negative 106. So that's using an arithmetic sequence to find another number or any term in that sequence. So you need to use this formula where you find the common difference and the initial value, and then you can plug in any number you want to figure out that value at that term. So now you can try the problems for practice number 2.